The possibility of wintry weather in northern parts of our viewing area is prompting crews to make the roads a bit safer for drivers tonight. The Texas Department of Transportation tweeted out some photos earlier today showing crews pre-treating bridges and elevated structures with a saltwater type of solution. Now it delays or prevents moisture from turning into ice should temperatures drop below freezing. There's one of the pictures I was talking about. Crews treated major roadways in B, Goliad, Karnes, and Live Oak counties.
The bridges and the elevated structures are the ones that will typically ice first because the cold air circulates, above them and below them. The main roadways that are on the ground stay warmer because the earth is warmer.
Now, TxDOT reminds drivers to check the road conditions. You can do so anytime at drivetexas.org. They ask drivers to be aware of the weather before heading out.